Good afternoon, one and all. The continuation of Python programming language. Yesterday we see all these things. Now, from here onwards, I am going to tell today. Python was invented by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Even though it was developed in 1991, but from last 3 years onwards, it became familiar because I'm sorry. Even though Python was developed in 1991, but it is not familiar on those days, but it is very much familiar in nowadays, because nowadays machine learning, data science and artificial intelligence plays a crucial role in software industry. For all these, for the sake of development process, Python is used. That's why from last 3 years onwards, Python became more familiar. And Python is easy to learn, popular programming language. Python is easy to learn and popular programming language. Why it is easy? Because Python is both scripting language as well as programming language. Python is an interpreter. Python is an interpreter. It executes the program line by line only, and it is the syntaxes and all those things in Python are similar to our English language, so that Python is easy to learn and popular programming language, because nowadays for machine learning algorithms, for artificial intelligence algorithms, and to develop data science or data related programs, for all those concepts or for all those software developments, each and every company is going to use Python programming language. And Python is free and open source. Python is free and it is open source. What is meant by an open source? An open source software is nothing but without putting any cost, we simply develop our own code and we simply modify the existing software. The modification will be done in free of cost. But when compared with paid sources, let us take the example of Microsoft Office 365. Each and every year we have to update by paying some amount. Otherwise, that Microsoft Office 365 will not work properly. It is not genuine, like messages will receive by us. So every year we have to pay some amount, and for each and every update we have to pay amount. But in the case of open source softwares, ourselves we modify the code, that is the flexibility will be given for open source softwares. That's why nowadays each and every software industry is interested to go for open source software, and our central government also investing lot of money to develop open source softwares and to use open source softwares as well as to understand open source softwares. All IITs are very much interested to conduct webinars and to conduct FDPs and to conduct hands-on workshops to the students on open source software, because nowadays open source software becomes that much familiar. So that is about open source software. So our Python is free and open source software. Next one, expressive language. Expressive language, whatever may be the software requirements do we have, all those requirements must be developed by using Python. That's why it is called expressive language. Python language is more expressive, means that it is more understandable and readable. Why it is more understandable? Because Python language is very simple language like our English language. Each and every statement will be understandable easily by the developer as well as the customer or as well as the end user. If there is understandability in a easy manner, then it will be expressive language. It will become an expressive language. So Python is an expressive language because of their easy understandability and easy readability. Next one, Python is used for web development, software development and mathematics. Web development. If we want to develop any software, if we want to use any software, nowadays web development, Python plays a crucial role. For the sake of developing any software, for the sake of developing any website, Python plays a crucial role. Let us take an example of mathematics. Without mathematics, we are unable to do any sort of program. If you take any program, in that program we must use mathematical equations or mathematical formulas or mathematical functions. We must use, except print statements. So without mathematics we can't do anything. If you want to do any data science program, if you want to develop any data science program, or if you want to develop any machine learning algorithm, or if you want to develop any artificial intelligence project, at that time we must need mathematics. So by using Python we can easily develop these type of mathematical applications very easily. So Python is used for web development, software development and mathematics. And even nowadays natural language processing becomes a crucial role, and like neural networks also and artificial neural networks. For all these areas we must need mathematics. So for the sake of developing mathematics, Python plays a crucial role. That's why nowadays all software industries are run about this Python programming language, and very much need for Python developers. Next, coming to applications in Python. What are all the applications available in Python? Web and internet development. Nowadays web development and internet development plays a crucial role. See, for the sake of example, let me take an example of LinkedIn. Do you people know about LinkedIn? Nowadays, so many software companies are searching their developers in LinkedIn database also. LinkedIn is a database which is used for professionals who are going to relocate from their job to another job, or improvement from one job profile to another job profile, or applying jobs as a fresher. For that purpose, LinkedIn provides a professional platform to all the developers. So it is very popular website, and you people are already aware of this Facebook. This is also a better website. So much communication travel from one account to another account by using this Facebook account. Social networking website. Most popular social networking website nowadays is Facebook. After that, LinkedIn. So many websites like social networking websites available. Each and every person, almost in India, 70% of the people are using internet nowadays. So internet comes to our hand. It is providing a portability and flexibility to all the users. See, knowingly or unknowingly, how much amount of data we are going to be generated every day. We are already generating lots of data. In future also, so much of data is going to develop. Where all this data going to store? So nowadays cloud computing become more popular. These are all the data will be stored in cloud itself. That's why the internet plays a crucial role. But due to this internet, large amount of data is generated or is going to be generated or already generated. So lots of data is there. By using this Python programming language, we monitor the data, we store the data, we organize the data. Each and everything will be done by using this Python programming language. Applications of Python programming in desktop GUI. So many GUIs are available nowadays. GUI is nothing but graphical user interface. What is the advantage of GUI? Rather than reading the text, graphics plays a crucial role. If I given 100 pages of notebook to you with full of data, only text data, then it is difficult to understand. Rather than I will provide a graphical user interface, a graphical video, it will be helpful. Rather than reading the text file, using graphics is better. So for developing desktop GUI, we need Python programming. And third one, science and numeric applications. For the sake of science and numeric applications, let me take the example of this COVID-19. Nowadays, so many articles are published on COVID-19. Lots of amount of data is generated. And by using this scientific and numeric applications, we are going to be organize the data, and the data given to the users in a graphical format like pie charts, bar charts, like that. Scientific and numerical applications, Python is going to be used. And coming to software development applications, nowadays so many development applications, so many software applications are developed by using this Python only. By using this Python only. Python applications in education. So many education apps are developed by using Python only. education apps and education websites like Coursera. So many education applications are also developed by using Python. Python applications in business, enterprise resource planning, ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. It is a platform for business applications. It is a platform for business applications. If you go for any Flipkart or Amazon, see, do you ever think that how much amount of data daily Flipkart is generating? So much amount of data is going to be generated in Flipkart. All the data is organized or managed or stored by using this Python. By using this Python. And database access. Database access also. For whom we are going to be give accessibility. What are the data going to access? And the access priority will be given to based on the user requirement. Who are the persons are going to be used which data? So database access also doing by Python. Network programming. So much network programming applications are developed. So many applications are developed by using this Python. Even if you want to develop simple algorithm, it will be better to develop by using Python itself. Network streaming, network collision recovery, all those things comes under here, network programming. Network is nothing but collection of similar computers or collection of different computers is nothing but through a channel is nothing but a network. It may be internet or it may be intranet, whatever may be the network you are use. Next, for the sake of developing games and 3D graphics, Python is also used in games. Nowadays, each and every person is very much interested to play 3D games. So, in 3D games development also, Python is going to be used. Already used in 3D games, 3D graphics. And console based applications. Whenever we are using to develop console based applications, at that time Python becomes most popular. Computer vision, machine learning, robotics, data analytics, these are all very popular popular applications. In all these applications, Python is going to be used. Machine learning, robotics, data analysis plays a crucial role in the future now also. From coming 10 to 20 years, these three plays a vital role: machine learning, robotics, data analysis. So please look into this. These are all the applications developed by Python. All these companies are using Python. All these companies. The popular YouTube video sharing system is largely written in Python. See how much popular. Nowadays, small kid also using YouTube. Kindergarten kid also using YouTube. And Google. Even children's at the age of 2 years, they are also using Google by simply touch the mic button and speak whatever they want. So searching becomes that much easy. Even 2 years kid using Google search. So Google makes extensive use of Python in its web search system. Dropbox. Dropbox is nothing but a storage service codes both its server and client software primarily in Python. Entire Dropbox client and server architecture and services will be developed by using Python only. Raspberry Pi. Whenever you are going to use IoT applications, this Raspberry Pi plays a crucial role. The motherboards in Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi single board computer promotes Python as its educational language. So Raspberry Pi introduces Python as its educational language. BitTorrent. BitTorrent peer-to-peer file sharing system begins its life as a Python program. So behind BitTorrent there is Python program. You are all well aware of this BitTorrent. Whenever we are going to download any software, we are using this BitTorrent. Any applications we are going to download, we are using this BitTorrent. And next, very popular NASA. Now in NASA satellites, NASA uses Python for specific programming tasks. Whenever they are going to develop any software, send any satellite to space, at that time to develop programs, specific programs, they are using Python. So NASA uses Python for specific programming task. Next, the NSA uses Python for cryptography and intelligent analysis. Netflix. You all are aware of Netflix. Even though so many people are using Netflix for downloading movies and downloading serials, all those things. Netflix and Yelp have both documented the role of Python in their software infrastructures. These are all very well known to us. These all companies are using Python. So how much percentage the Python is used in all these software industries? See, 76.3% of the software industries are using Python. It shows how much software industry need Python developers. So dramatic change came from last 3 years. Each and every software company is doing project based on Python programming. Each and every company, almost 90% of the software companies are using Python as their programming language to develop their applications. After that, R programming language. Next SQL. SQL is nothing but structured query language. Jupyter notebooks. Whenever we are going to develop Python program, we use Jupyter notebooks. TensorFlow, Amazon Web Services. C and C++. Nowadays, only 19.2% of the people are using C or C++. 18.3% of the people are using Java, because you aware of only C and Java. For the sake of I am saying like this. So this is the percentage of the programming languages used by the companies. So among all these languages, Python plays a crucial role nowadays. 76.3% of the companies are using Python as their programming language to develop their applications. These are all the features. So Python is a scripting language as well as programming language, and it is very easy to learn. It is procedure oriented like C language. Python is also a procedure oriented language, and it is object oriented language like C++ and Java. Python is also an object oriented language, and it is high level language. Like Java, it provides security. Python is also called as high level language. So this is all the cyclic process. It is easy to learn, it is procedure oriented, it is object oriented, it is high level language. Whenever we are going to develop procedure oriented programs, at that time sometimes we go for C language. But because of Python, both procedure oriented and object oriented, so if we want to develop procedure oriented programs, rather than going to C language, We here itself in Python itself we develop procedure oriented softwares like object oriented. If you go for object oriented rather than going to Java, we develop object oriented programs in Python because when compared to Java, Python is easy to learn. When compared to Java, Python is easy to learn and it is high level language. Python features: it is easy, it is expressive, free and open source, high level language, portable, object oriented and extensible. Whenever there is an extension, we simply accept that extension without paying single amount, because in Python if there is any update came, automatically that update will be installed in our system, no need of paying any amount. But in the sake of paid softwares, you must pay for updations also. Within 1 year period of time they give 1 year period. In that period any updates come, no problem. After that 1 year if any update came, you have to pay certain amount. Because of Python is free and open source, any updations we can extend. So Python is extensible, embeddable. That means we can develop embedded systems by using Python. In any database system, Python will be included. So it is embedded in any type of database or in any type of network programming language. To develop any type of programming languages, Python easily embedded into that system. And Python is interpreted language standard library, GUI programming, graphical user interface programming. We can do drag and drop operations by using this Python also. And dynamically typed. If we are going to type anything, suppose if there is a name called abstract. If you type A, the names start with A, all are displayed in the drop down list. That is called dynamically typed. So no need of typing entire thing. If you select by selecting in the drop down list also, we have to choose our data types or classes or any functions. That is called dynamically typed. Learn to code Python. What is Python used for? Python is a server-side interpreted open source non-compiled scripting language. Python is a server-side interpreted open source non-compiled scripting language. We already discussed Python is a scripting language as well as programming language. What is the meaning of scripting language? In scripting language there is no need of compilation. That's why it is non-compiled. And open source. Python is an open source software. We no need to pay single amount for downloading or for using or for any updations. We never pay single amount because it is freely available and open source, freely available for modifications of the software. That's why it is called as open source. And it is a server side interpreted because Python is an interpreting language. Line by line it is going to be executed. Suppose if you write 20 lines of code, at the time of execution, if third line is having an error, up to second line Python is read, and in third line it is going to display the error message. Remaining 17 lines Python is not going to be executed because it is interpreter. So the difference between interpreter and compiler is, compiler is going to compile all the lines in the program, all 20 lines in the program is going to be compiled by using compiler. But interpreter, it executes line by line. If any error comes in that line, the interpreter stops its execution and shows that error. So when in the case of testing, interpretation is very much easy because it checks line by line. So many companies are interested because Python is an interpreter. So by using Python we can develop web development, video game development, desktop GUI development and software development. Before going to any programming language, we must know pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. Advantages, pros of Python programming. It is easy to learn. Python is widely regarded as the easiest programming language to learn because all the syntaxes and semantics of Python programming is in normal English only. So in most of the cases it is in normal English only, so that we easily understand the language. And in Python no need of header files, no need of compilation, so that it becomes familiar and easy for us. And library, extensive and library of amazing tools and functionalities that make building things really easy. In Python library, mathematical functions are there. Matplotlib means whenever we are going to plot graphs, at that time we are using matplotlib, but in the case of C language there is no such library. We are going to use header file graphics.h, but in the case of Python there is matplotlib. Like that, so many library functions are available in Python programming language to develop scikit.lib scientific applications. If you want to develop scientific applications like robotic applications or satellite applications, scikit-lib we use. Like that, so many library files are available, extensive library files are available, and library of amazing tools and functionalities that makes building things really easy. And most popular tool nowadays is Internet of Things. Most popular language, Internet of Things. Python may become popular for the Internet of Things as new platforms such as Raspberry Pi are based on it. Raspberry Pi is nothing but a motherboard, which are used to develop multiple Internet of Things programs. And while coming to cons, disadvantages, speed. As it is a interpreted language, it is often quite a lot of slower than compiled language. See, sometimes it becomes a disadvantage because in C language, suppose we write 1000 lines of code. Entire 1000 lines of code is compiled by using compiler, but in the case of interpreter, line by line it is going to be executed. So at a time 1000 lines compilation is better faster than line by line execution of interpreter. So the time is more when compared to compiler. So that's why the speed is less. If the number of lines are going to be increased in Python because of this nature, line by line execution nature, because of this interpreting nature, Python a little bit slow when compared with compilers. Next, mobile. Python is weak in mobile computing. Few smartphone apps are developed with Python. So when the sake of developing mobile applications, Python is not that much popular to develop mobile applications. Only few smartphone applications are developed with Python. Next disadvantage is design. Devotees cited several issues with the design of the language. Python is dynamically typed. It requires more testing and has errors that only show up at runtime. Because of this line by line execution nature, every time if you type any error, so that error will be displayed. So testing becomes slow when compared with compilers. Python job market. Average salary in US $107,000 per year. So many companies are providing large salaries, huge salaries for this Python programming developers. Job count every year 27,000 people, around 27,000 people are getting jobs in Python. So Python developers are paying huge salaries, and Python jobs are very high. Top job locations: New York City, Mountain View, so many locations are there. Web development frameworks, game development, big data. In cloud computing we are using big data, web testing, AI and data science, smart devices. In all these areas, these are all very popular areas, and next 10 to 20 years ruling areas in software industry. For all these softwares, the background is Python only. If you want to go for web testing, we need Python. If you want to go for game development, we go for Python. Pygame, the best example for Python, Pygame. Big data analytics, if we want to develop cloud computing applications and data science applications, we need this Hadoop and big data. For that big data also, the background thing is Python. Smart devices and IoT devices, for those all IoT devices, the background is Python. And to develop artificial intelligence and data science applications, we need Python as a programming language. Python installation and setup environment. Go to the www.python.org and click on the downloads. There you can download your Python. Select the OS according to your PC. Some people are using Linux operating system. Some people are using Windows operating system. In Linux also so many types: Fedora Linux, Red Hat Linux and Unix, and some are using DOS. And in Windows, some are using Windows XP, some are using Windows 7, Windows 10, like that. You have to select the operating system according to your PC. While installing, we need to add the path which is in the checkbox. This is the installation process. Once you download the software from www.python.org, in that, suppose if your system is Windows 64-bit, Windows 7 64-bit, you have to select Windows 64-bit version only. If your Windows is 32-bit, you select 32-bit only. If you are using Fedora Linux, go for that software only. So many softwares available depending on your operating system and how many bits, 32 bits or 64-bit. So choose that one only. After downloading the software, click on the setup. Then this page will come. Install Python 3.6.6 within the brackets 64-bit. Please select add Python 3.6 to path. Instead of we are going to give path, the best practice is at the time of installation you put checkbox add Python 3.6 to path. Please put a tick on this checkbox. In previous, the tick mark is not there. You manually give tick mark to that one. If you give tick mark to add Python 3.6 to path, automatically it is going to give a path after installation. Otherwise, you manually go to environment variables and you give path. Rather than doing that thing, it is better to give a tick mark in this area. Add 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 Python 3.6 to path. Automatically path will come here. Path will comes over here. If you did not given the path, you manually go to environment variables. In that environment variables, select system variables. In that system variables, click on path. The window opens like this, and here you have to mention path Python 36 or 36. If you give tick mark, automatically it will come. Now coming to variables. What is a variable? What is a variable? You already know the concept of variable in C language. Same thing here. Variable is nothing but the value that we assign for a letter or a word. Variables are a storage placeholders for text and numbers. Suppose if you give int I is equal to 10 or int I, next I is equal to 10. This I will be stored in the variable, this 10 will be stored in the variable I is equal to 10. 10 will be placed in I. So variables are a storage placeholder for texts and numbers. If you given text, for that text the variable is storage placeholder. If you given numbers, for that number storage placeholder is variable. Suppose if I given I is equal to double quotes hello. Double quotes indicates strings. So for the text hello, I is the storage placeholder. So variables are a storage placeholders for texts and numbers. Next, Python is dynamically typed, which means that you don't have to declare what type each variable is. Suppose if we want to give any value to the variable in C language, we must define that variable. Definition means you must give any data type to that variable. Suppose if you take addition of two numbers program, if we want to use two numbers, first we have to define two numbers. The definition of two numbers means int num1 comma num2 semicolon. That means num1 and num2 variable data type is integer. But in the case of Python, no need of type definition because Python is dynamically typed. Automatically based on the input given to the variable, the type will be allocated by using the Python interpreter. So suppose num1 is equal to 10. Automatically Python will give data type integer to num1. If you give num2 is equal text text2 is equal to double quotes hello, then automatically text2 become string variable. So no need of definition or declare what type of each variable is. Next, a variable name. Rules for variables. A variable name must starts with a letter or the underscore character. The best practice is start your variable name with letter only. In only specific situations we are going to use underscore. We will discuss these underscores concept in future. Whenever that situation comes, at that time I will tell you. But for the sake of understandability, both letters and underscore we will use in the start of a variable. Next, a variable name cannot starts with a number. Never ever use number as a starting letter to variable. better to use letters only. Your variable must starts with a letter only. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Only alphanumeric characters and underscores only in variable name. No special characters. If you give special characters ampersand at the rate, the error will come. So don't use other characters. Use capital or small letters from A to Z and 0 to 9 and only underscore. Next, variable names are case sensitive. Variable names are case sensitive. So if you given capital letters in the variable name, same name you must use. Small age is never equal to capital A small ge. So variable names are case sensitive. Age, small letters age, capital A small ge and capital AGE are all three different variables. Example, x is equal to double quotes Python. Automatically Python interpreter give x data type as string. Y is equal to double quotes programming. Same thing here. Print of x plus y. The output becomes Python programming. Next, we will discuss the data types in the tomorrow's class. Thank you one and all.